everybody, it's me, Xanom, right here, and this is going to be Supercraft Brothers Class vs. Class, Episode 2. In this episode, I'm going to be comparing the Notch and the Jeb classes. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Let's start off with the Notch class. Since Notch has a very strong weapon, you'll probably end up getting a lot of people running away from you, and the Notch blocks are a good way to bring them down to you. And your strong melee weapon makes it easy to deal with anybody even if you don't use your Notch blocks. The Notch blocks are also good for bringing somebody to you if you don't want to go after them. You can just bring them to you if you don't want to cross a bridge or something like that. The Notch blocks are best used next to an edge. The way they pull you makes it very hard to recover from this. They're also very good for getting campers at the top of buildings or anything else, especially wither skeletons who ender pearl to the top of the stage. Notch is also very good for getting speed classes to come to you. A lot of times they'll just run away, and this can be a very good way of killing them. Knockback 1 on the weapon isn't a whole lot of knockback, but it's still more than enough to knock somebody off the edge if you're close enough. Notch also has an incredibly high damage output. You can just kill somebody in a few seconds like this. Its weapon is amazing, and the Notch blocks deal a lot of damage as well. Now let's move on to the Jeb class. First off, let me just say that Jeb is so overpowered on small maps. The knockback 2 on the sword is really good for just feeding people to the void, and the Jeb blocks are just amazing on small maps, especially from far away. The knockback 2 on the sword might not be enough compared to some classes, but it's still more than enough to knock people off the edge, even on bigger maps, such as Icefall and Mountain. If you're near an edge, you can still knock people off more than easily enough. The weapon does decent enough damage. It might not be anything too amazing, but it's still more than enough to finish off somebody with a weaker weapon. Jeb also will launch you up and down, as well as backwards, so you can just use this to spike your enemies into the void if they're jumping over an edge. When you use the sword and the block as a combination, the knockback is just insane. You can knock somebody into the air and then just knock them straight off. Or you can deal damage to somebody with the sword, and then when they try to escape, just knock them off the edge with your block, or even kill them. And lastly, it does more knockback from farther away, so accuracy is rewarded. Now that we've had a chance to look at both classes, let's go to the scores. Notch is a very good class. It has a very good melee weapon and decent range. Jeb has a slightly weaker weapon, but it has high knockback, and the Jeb blocks are very, very good. Overall, Notch is good. It's on the strong side of average, but Jeb is just way stronger. That being said, the scores aren't as far apart as you might think. Notch, I would say, as a class, would be a 7.5 out of 10, while Jeb, on the other hand, would be easily an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. This class is just ridiculously overpowered right now, especially on smaller maps. So that is pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I do hope you agreed or enjoyed this video. And if you have any suggestions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I will read as many of them as I can, and thank you very much if you have. Please like the video and subscribe to Minecade's channel. They have a lot of cool content coming soon. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.